Welcome in Game 4 of the semifinals between AggonyDuck from the Agony clan and Deve in the Agony 1v1 Championships 2016 for Total War Attilla Age of Charlemagne. Right here, you guessed it, Big Axis. What does Big Axis mean? It means the Danes. We have Deve playing as the Danes, and we have AggonyDuck playing as Westphalia. Let's get this battle going. Let's go over the armies. So for Deve, we have Viking hunters on the left flank with his spearmen. Then we have armored archers, 4 of these in the center, with 4 sword herdmen. We've got another spearman and another Viking hunter on the right flank. In the center, but second and third line for Deve. We've got the big axes, the crown jewels over this army. Some more spearmen over here. Levy spearman and a levy spearman, and some berserkers. And the general is a warlord's companion. For AggonyDuck, as playing as Westphalia, we have scout cavalry, 2 scout cavalry on the right flank, and that is basically the only cavalry for Duck. No, actually, excuse me, we have 2 more scout cavalry on the left flank. So for skirmish cavalry, we see noble javelin. We see 2 noble javelin on the left flank, 2 noble javelin on the right flank, and then just 4 levy javelin in the center. We see 2 axe warriors on the left flank, 2 axe warriors on the right flank, and 3 sword veterans in the center. This general is in a Hearthguard. It seems like Duck is kinda encircling Deve, and he wants Deve to go forward. And then he wants to start being annoying on all sides. I think what Duck really wants is damaging the big axes a lot before they can engage, preferably even kill them. You can see the Duck is moving his scout cavalry to this forest, and I'm gonna get a drink. Okay. And now we see that Deve thought it was gonna be the same thing as the Duck did. He's just gonna sit in this forest over here with the skirmishers and take the skirmish engagement. Duck is not going to let that happen. He's going to be aggressive with his light skirmish cavalry over here. And he's also going to keep them hidden so that Deve might potentially forget about one, and so forth. And he wants to make Deve come forward. I'm going to fast forward this a little bit. We can see that Duck has repositioned his cavalry basically behind Deve. And he's also hiding them. So therefore, they will not show in the minimap. Deve cannot really see... Oh, actually, I can draw on the minimap, that's nice. Deve cannot actually see... Well, he can see if he looks at the minimap the whole time, but just keeping these scout cavalry hidden is really annoying as they just pop out, like, in the middle of the battle, for example. But it's really smart to keep his spearmen into the back of his army, making sure he protects his big axes, his general, and if not his swords. Now the funny thing that Deve has going for him is that he has a skirmish advantage. He needs to kite. He needs to kite the levy gentleman. He's not going to do that. We see that. Oh wow! Let's press play right now. We can see that AggonyDuck is going with his scout cavalry. He's going to try to go for this. We see that Duck is moving forward with his javelin. We can see that Deve is pulling back, but actually Duck is going to be targeting the infantry. He's actually going to target the infantry. That's a weird decision, I think. And wow. Birdman only lost 1 man, 1 volley. Though those are the lovely javelin men. We also have the noble javelin men. Now Duck is going to take an engagement with his axes. He's actually not going to do that. He actually engaged with his Viking hunters over here with his scout cavalry. Scout cavalry got called by the spearman. Actually Duck charged the spearman, it seems. This Viking hunter is going to route AggonyDuck engage as well over here on this side. He's going to charge in with Axe warriors into this blob. He's got a cavalry unit over here that possibly could go into this opening right over there. And Duck is now sending in 2 axes into this blob over here. We have the big axes going into the fight, so perhaps a charge into the back of these units would basically kill the big axes. Now we have the javelin basically almost all out of ammo, and we have the skirmishers alive for Deve, but a big game changer, a charge from the scout cavalry into the armored archers will do a lot of damage. Deve has to keep, basically what Deve could do right now is he has to protect his archers at all costs. He needs to make sure that all the cavalry of AggonyDuck is off the field, and then he just needs to pull the fuck out. Because for the simple reason that if the javelins are out of ammo, he can just kite AggonyDuck all day. But AggonyDuck taking the infantry engagement, really trying to win with numbers. We can see that the big axes got hammer and anviled, as I said earlier, and now basically there is nothing to stop these axes. We have the axes just pouring into the fight, going for the Warlord Companion. If they get a charge on the Warlord Companion, that's going to be great. Right now we can see that the cavalry for Duck is still alive. It's going to go around, possibly go for a back charge. It's most likely going to go for the archers and make sure that the big axes route over the field. Right flank has completely been won for AggonyDuck, and the generals have even engaged, and this is such a weird game, but it is such an impressive play by Duck that he just took the infantry fight basically head on with the Danes. The Danes being too much focused on skirmish of these berserkers over here. They're going berserk. They're doing what they can best and getting a lot of kills already. You can see that there are not enough units to protect these archers. Duck is going to get in eventually, one way or another. He's going to charge into the sword tournament with his Axe warriors, and I think the build from AggonyDuck playing as Westphalia really surprised Deve, as this is not normal play at all for Westphalia. I think Deve focused a little bit too much on the skirmish, because of course you can't notice, and of course I advise every player who plays as the Danes to bring skirmishers with the Danes, but if like a perfect counter army for that could have been just all infantry and some more big axes, and then you waste like your cheapest infantry units, like you let the javelinmen just waste their ammo on you. But right at the start, Duck had everything to basically win the infantry engagements, as he is doing right now, and he's got basically everything going for him. You can see that he still has cavalry on the field that's able to take down the archers whenever that's possible. And the archers themselves, there are not a lot of archers left. The noble javelinmen are taking care of the berserkers. The berserkers are berserk, so they'll just stand there and take it. Duck's gonna go for this archer over here. Archer has very low morale. Just touching the archer will probably rout it. Armored archer actually not going down too fast. We've got the javelinmen also charging in over there. We've got the general of the Danes locked up, basically. It's been attacked in the back. It's gonna drop rapidly from now on. The sword armament should really get into the back of the general, but I don't think. Actually, right now it seems that this complete flank is going to be routing for Duck. Though what I think what might happen is, if Duck kills the general of the Danes right now, this could still be very dangerous. Otherwise, Deve might be able to pull this around, since the berserkers actually really just might have turned around this flank. We've got units for AggonyDuck coming back. The berserkers finally routed. The berserkers really kept Deve into the game. We still have the archers alive. The archers should really pull back. These archers should fire at the cavalry unit, making sure that routes just one volley with fire arrows might be able to do that. We've got Axis charging into Levy Freeman. Axis should get a decent amount of kills from that, though it's not getting it. They'll get a really great charge, and the Levy Freeman are gonna kill these Axe warriors actually. So we have the Warlord Companion. We've got the General routing, and that's really hurting the men right here. You can see that this archer unit with 52 men is routing, and these two archer units could now win the game for Deve. But the General is now dead for the Danes, and this means that AggonyDuck is most likely going to take this fight, considering that all the units over here just routed, shattered. These armored archers are probably gonna rout as well, though these sword veterans will get caught by the spearmen. Actually, they do get a counter charge off. Spearmen overwhelmed these 2-1. Yeah, losing decisively, basically. But AggonyDuck still has a healthy general. He has a sword veteran that is some sort of decent. Levy Freemen are, of course, no match for all these units over here. We have the Noble Javelin, and actually with decent stats chasing the Herdmen. They are now charging the Spearmen as well. And all these units over here for the Danes that were still alive are now routing, even shattering. Armored archers. These archers over here, they could be game-changing for Deve. If they come back, they might do something. But I don't think it's going to happen. I think the Spear unit is going to rout, and now the army loss is going to kick in. These Spearmen are now realizing they cannot win the battle. And that's it. Duck wins the semifinals and is going to the finals. That was a really impressive game. Really cool army by Duck, just going 8 javelinmen for cavalry, and wow. Anyway, that was it. We have Duck in the finals. I hope AK and Llewellyn will play their games very soon so I can cast them. And then we look forward who is going to be the second finalist.